state of mind. If I can understand. Nothing to say.
I sent y'all the other one too. I want y'all to listen to whenever y'all get a moment.
You guys are live.
All right. We live, baby.
Live.
How come on? Okay, we live. Okay. Woo! What's happening? Welcome to another edition of Fathers and Finance. I am your host, along with my other host. My name is Trevor Evans, along with Marcus Hunt. How you doing, Mr. Hunt?
Doing good, man.
Nice jacket there.
Thank you.
A little bow tie going on. Look
Yes,
at
sir.
Marcus.
Like.
You know what? Yeah. Got Patrick. What's going on, Patrick?
What's going on, Trevor? How you doing?
Yep. Mr. Quiet, the quiet type. I'm calling him Mr. Quiet
Storm.
Quiet Storm, yeah.
Until it's time to talk, you don't got to speak.
Quiet. Hey, look at you.
Hey.
And we got Mr. Isaac Crumley. What's going on, Isaac?
What's up, player? Y'all doing all right today?
Doing good, my friend. Doing good.
Papa.
Can't complain.
So how was y'all? How was your weekend?
Well, weekend.
This
past weekend. Cause I don't celebrate Valentine's.
So. Is that what it was? Yeah. Is that what it was? Valentine's Day?
That's what it was.
So none of y'all did anything? No?
Nah, spend the day in the house.
Yeah. That was y'all Valentine's?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I told my wife a long time ago, I'm gonna love you all throughout the year and give you little surprises throughout the year, which I do. She's on here, so if I'm lying, she'll let you know. And but so I don't believe in just putting it all on one day. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yep. Valentine's Day is a day where male or female, you can do nothing all year. Come through on V-Day, you straight. You the best thing ever.
Right.
On the other side now, you could be the man, the woman all year. And then do nothing for Valentine's Day. Oh my God, you're the worst person ever.
Right.
That's why I don't like it.
You're awful.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like it. It's like if you don't, I could have did some dirt on Saturday. When I come through with a rose on Sunday, I'm straight, right? That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
Hey, you must not be married to a woman from Florida.
I am.
Oh, you are?
I am.
Oh, you are?
I am, yeah.
Then you know better than that. Then you know them girls.
Yeah, just don't get involved. That's what I know. Cause know me, I mess it up.
Oh,
look, I'm Aquarius, bro, and I don't play them games. I'm not. I ebb and flow with the wind, bro. Because you know what? I come through on every food day and tear it up. That's how I roll. Okay, I don't need no damn thing. Okay, this is the day you love somebody. Okay, and bring them flowers and candy and shit. I don't know, man. No. You gonna tell me what to do? No. And if I don't do it, say then what? I ain't nobody. No, I get it. Okay, people need that kind of upliftment or validation. You do me so bad. Oh yeah, you can give me some flowers on that. So okay, so now I know. Okay, I can do whatever I want all year, but come on V-Day, it's all forgiven, all sin forgiven, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Blot out like it ain't even exist. That's why I don't even get involved.
I don't mess with it, bro.
I don't even get involved, bro. No.
Like I said, I'm married to a Florida woman, bro. So
if you need Valentine's Day to uplift you,
right. You gotta do that on a regular though.
Something wrong with you. Yep. All right, so Isaac.
Yo.
I don't know anything, bro. What's today's topic today?
Well, bro, as always, the topics, man, we're dealing with trying to make sure that our people are financially aware and alert. And we got some other things that we're going to talk about later on this afternoon. But we want to talk about the banking system today and whether we should trust it. And I know last week we did talk about the red zoning and not red zoning, but redlining and things like that. But from a standpoint of your money, is that the best place to put your money other than transactions? So, we've on here, we're constantly talking about tax now, tax deferred, and then tax advantaged. And most people, if they've got a good, an okay advisor, they'll put you in tax deferred. But as we know, tax deferred just simply means I'm not going to tax you now, but you best believe when the time comes, I'm going to tax you. And what most people find out when they get ready to retire is that tax bill is pretty high.
Now,
Even if you saved $1 million, you got $1 million in your 401k, you're not taking $1 million home.
Tax deferred means this, okay? I'm gonna give you a rope as long as you want it.
As long as you want it.
When you ready to get hung with that rope, let me know. That's what it means. That's what it means.
That's exactly what it means.
I'm gonna defer your hanging until you ready for it. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Ain't no pun in the word hang, okay? Okay, don't get out. Oh, he said the word hung. Okay, nah, that's what it means. Okay, I'm gonna give you this long ass rope. Okay, and when you ready for that hanging, I'll be there. That's what it means to be tax deferred. I don't care what y'all say, what y'all think. That's what it means. That's what it means.
For sure.
Okay?
Yeah. So Isaac, you mentioned tax advantage as well. How do we, as me, someone who's not a professional, say I'm just not a professional, I'll come to you in the barbershop and I say, hey, how do I use the bank to find an advantage, tax advantage? What
I would tell you
money?
I would tell you, don't do that for tax advantage. If you came to me and said, hey, what banking instrument can I use? I'd be like, no banking instrument. As Tanisha just pulled up, you got the tax now, savings, CD, stock, mutual fund. All of those things are tax now. So your checking and savings, which is run at the bank, that even your mutual fund, all of that is tax now. What we obviously are trying to get people to understand is where our money as Black people should be. We live in this middle area here, this tax later, this 401k, this annuity, this pension. And I'm not saying those are bad for you. There are certain circumstances where all of those are very good, but it has to be certain circumstances. But man, if you can find yourself over in the tax advantaged, which is the Roth IRA, the 529, the municipal bonds, the health savings account, and then the life insurance. And I don't mean just regular term insurance or regular whole life insurance. I'm talking about a policy like an IUL, where you not only have a death benefit, you've got life benefits that you can take advantage of now. So, I know this, Patrick, I know that you were gearing this towards if you didn't have, the knowledge that you have. But man, I tell you nothing about, as we talk, as Trump mentions all the time, a bank is only good for transactions, buying draws and socks and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what it's good for. But as far as growing your money, it's going to be tax advantage.
Right. And back on banking, okay. I know a lot about banking, just a little bit, just little bit, okay. Now, when it comes to banking, okay, you fellas may know, does a bank advertise for you to put their money there?
They advertise, but not for growth. No, they want you to put their money there just for your checking and savings.
Okay. First of all, a bank never, ever advertises put your money here. You want to know why? Because the parents took care of that at age 5. All right. Because at age 5, what do? Okay, you get a little Susie, right? You get a little Susie at what? A little piggy bank, right?
Piggy bank,
okay?
right.
You put a little pennies up in there. You put a little 5 cents up in there. Your dime, your nickel, your quarter, right? And you say, okay, little Susie, okay, here's what you're gonna do now. Once you get enough money in your account, let's go to the bank. Okay, and you go to the bank. Okay, hi, banker. This is little Susie. She's here to open up her very first what? Checking account, right? And little Susie, what you do now, little Susie, okay, whenever you have money, all right, you put it in the account and you watch it grow and grow and grow and grow. That's why the bank never has to advertise, put your money here, because the parents already take care of that. Okay, all right. A bank will only advertise, okay, for you to come and buy something, whether it's a CD, whether it's a mutual fund, whether it's some kind of savings or not savings, retirement vehicle, okay? Because technically, okay, a bank cannot say, come put your money here. Did y'all know that?
No, so every time, so you telling me when I'm looking at Chase coming on and they're talking about no fees, this, that, and you know what? As I sit here and think about it,
They're
every
not
time they're not advertising about putting your money, they're simply talking about fees and everything
yes,
else.
they're advertising you to use your money to buy some shit.
Right.
Okay. They may throw in the word checking account or savings account in there. All right. But technically they can't do that. Okay. That's not what banks are supposed to do, because, and here's why. When a bank loans you your money or loans you money, it ain't your money that they're loaning you. Okay. It's someone else's money. So if a bank solicits that from, if I market to Marcus to say, put your money here in this bank, okay, and I use that money to and give to Patrick, all right, I may be out of compliance, all right. That's why, if you don't believe me, okay, if you can find a check, a little check that you have in your bank, okay, take out a microphone, a magnifying glass, okay, and you know where you sign your name at on the check.
Right.
That is not a line, Isaac. Okay? There are words right there, all right? Because what you're authorizing the bank to do is to do whatever they want to do with your money. That's what the line is there for. It's not there for you to write your name straight. No, there's small little words. So out there in Facebook world right now on Zoom, okay, if you got a check, okay, and you got a magnifying glass, I want you to put it on that line where your name goes and tell me what it says. It's not a line, it's actually words.
Man, you blowing my mind right now. I ain't ever heard that, bro.
It's
No,
words.
I have not.
I'm
Me
on
neither.
this show right now, wanting to get off so I can go Google this line.
You ain't gotta Google it. Get you a checkout, okay, and get you a magnifying glass and look on that line, and you will see words, okay. That's why it's there, because the bank cannot do anything with your money without you saying so.
Right.
Okay.
Man, that's crazy.
So that's why a bank cannot market you to put your money there. They can market to you to buy a CD, okay, to buy a mutual fund. That's different. But as far as putting your money there, that's not what banks can do. And as Isaac said, a bank's purpose, or I know what we've been told as children and as young adults when it comes to banks. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, 99.9 of what you've been told by your mama is wrong, okay? If it was told by your daddy, it's wrong. Your sister, your whoever, is wrong, okay? If it's told by me, it ain't wrong, right? I can read, okay? The only purpose.
It depends on what we talk about. It depends on what we talk about.
Disclaimer, right? The only purpose.
Disclaimer there, Joe.
The only purpose that a bank should serve in your life is for commerce, okay? As far as the ability to buy things easily without cash, all right? You know, it's in one place and you know where it's at. You can go use your card or whatever. But as far as growing your wealth, as far as getting a return on your money, that is the outside of doing absolutely nothing with your money, okay? The bank is the worst place, okay, to try and put your money to get any kind of growth. Because here's the first sign. The bank is paying you maybe what? 2%.
Not even a percent. No,
Right.
not even a percent, bro. Not even a percent.
Exactly. So and what is the rate of inflation every year? Okay, it's never dropped below 5%, right? So inflation is what eats away at your money. Okay, so as I said before, a bank's main concern is not where their money is at when it's being used. Okay, their concern is where it's at when it's not being used. All right, again, that word is called what? It's two words: opportunity loss.
Right.
Okay, right? That's what a bank cares. So if a bank doesn't care about your money being in their safe, Okay, why should you care about that? It's all conditioning. Okay, if you want to know where to put your money, talk to me, talk to Isaac, talk to Patrick, talk to Marcus. Okay, we know where to put it to get you a mega return, way more than with the bank. There's nothing safe about the bank and your money. Nothing, and especially since the rule came out back in 2014. Okay, because most people don't understand this. Your money, as soon as you give it to the bank, it no longer becomes your money, or it's no longer your money. It's now the bank's money, right?
Right.
And people don't know this.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't know this. So the
And
bank,
that was passed during the Obama era.
yes, that
Yeah,
was
so,
actually,
Trevor,
it actually was passed. It was actually was passed November 14th.
There you go with the dates.
I'm sorry, November 16th, 2014. That's when it was passed. Okay, and that law affects everyone. And you're seeing that law come into play now more and more prevalent because your money is not your money. Okay, especially when the bank gets it. All right. The only vehicle where your money is your money and only your money is a IUL. Not even a whole life. Okay. That ain't true, because guess what? When you put your money into a premium for a whole life, right? Does the client have the ability to take that money back? Hell no.
No, they don't.
But in
Not
the
at all.
IUL, the client does. Okay. So in the IUL, the client has access to their premiums that they put in, plus the cash value.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Now they have access to all their money up to a certain amount if they don't keep, if the policy is to remain active and forthgoing. Okay. But a IUL is the only vehicle where your money is your money, and no one can tell you whether you can or can't come get it.
Right.
So in other words, Trevor, Isaac, Pat, we shouldn't trust the bank.
Not for money.
Let
Especially
the people know, yeah. So the bank is not so much like Trevor said, as far as growth. If you want to see your money grow, if you want to produce more money and watch your money get larger over time, the bank is.
And let me tell you something. There's Marcus, the biggest way, and I don't want, and trust me, I only say what I say because I know. Okay, I'm not saying it to insult or make anyone feel bad. Okay, but from a standpoint of financial intelligence, just from that standpoint, okay, meaning that I know things about money that most people do not know. Okay, so from a standpoint of financial intelligence, the worst thing you can do, okay, to show your lack of intelligence financially is to get a mortgage on a home. That's the worst thing.
Now you killing everybody.
Yes.
You're killing everybody.
Because most people don't know that every mortgage, okay, it is built in to every mortgage where the client, the mortgagee, okay, which is yourself, or the mortgagor, which is yourself, you will overpay, not by 10, not by 20, not by 30, not by 40, not by 50, by 64%, you will overpay in interest simply because you got a mortgage.
So what's the answer for them?
The answer is if you want to learn how to get all that money back, come see me. Okay? Because there's one trick that you can do. All right. And I'm gonna say it live Facebook. Okay. All right. I do teach people how to no longer pay any interest to the bank on their mortgage ever again. Okay. Not only will they not pay interest to them ever again, okay, their home will be paid off in half the time, all right, without paying any more on their mortgage. Do you hear what I'm saying? How the hell can a person pay off their home in half the time without paying any more that they owe?
I believe I know the answer, but I'm gonna let you charge people for that, brother.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. And I'm telling you,
I'm gonna let you charge people for that.
And I'm so good. I'm so good with it. Okay. I offer a money back guarantee.
There we go.
Come on, you can't beat that.
There we go.
I will show you with your own damn mortgage, okay, what you gonna save in interest every month, okay, for the life of your loan. I will tell you exactly when your house will be paid off, down to the month, okay, and I'll show you exactly what you will save to the dollar every month, and I guarantee it. Try me.
Okay. All right, there we go. Now, one thing I wanted to bring up here real quick to bring this home for people about tax advantage, tax deferred, and tax now. Tanisha, if you'll bring up page 24 for me. This is the X curve. And the X curve is really, so I don't know, Tanisha, I don't know if your cursor can show all of this, but when you're younger, if you look at that bottom left-hand quadrant, that's when you're young, taking care of your family. You know, that's where Patrick is. That's where Marcus is, young, taking care of your family. You've got more responsibilities right there. Law of decrease. So your responsibilities in the top left-hand corner, your responsibilities are high. You got babies. You got a brand new mortgage that Trevor hadn't taught you how to decrease yet. You know what I'm saying? So you've got all of these things. As you get older, you get into the area where me and Trevor are right now, where those X's cross at, where you become generally more secure as you get older. And if you got financial literacy, financial wealth, you're gonna be in the top right-hand corner where you're building wealth and your responsibilities are less. So if you haven't been financially educated and you're getting older, you're down on that bottom right, and you're like, man, I've been building wealth. Do you want to, and you're getting ready to retire, do you want to be taxed as you are retiring? Is that when you want to get taxed the most, when you're getting ready to live in the dawn of your life and you want to be traveling to visit places you haven't been before and do stuff with your grandchildren and all that type of stuff? Do you want to be taxed then? I'm telling you now, I don't want to be taxed then. I don't want to have any of that. So that's why it is incumbent upon you when you're in the younger quadrant to start looking at tax advantage. Tax advantage. So when you're younger, you start to save and invest. Now listen, you're like, well, Isaac, man, I'm old as you, man. You invited me on here. I'm old as you. How the hell can I do this now? So you don't have time anymore, which is true. You don't have as much time, I should say. But if you've got money, this is where money will help you overcome time. So if you've got money and you've got some bad habits and things like that that you need to get rid of, think about it, man. You got to make the decision now. If you've made bad decisions before, think about it. When you went to college, all of us remember when we graduated high school, just like that. I remember my senior trip, just like that. I remember my first day in college, just like that. I could think about everything I did that day. I could think about when I had my first child, my second child. I could think about all of it. And now, boom, my son is married and my daughter is in grad school. That stuff happened just like that. So if you're thinking you still got time and you're 45, 50, you don't have time. So what you got to do right now is start putting money aside. So since you wasted time, you got to use money to decrease the effective time. So if you're trying to save properly for your retirement, you can't save $60, $70, $80. You got to start putting that money aside. And the thing that's good about our system that we have here, we teach you how to remove debt. And the more debt that you remove, the more you can put into your retirement. So this is really something that we want to encourage all of you to take advantage of. Again, we don't tell you, we're not doing this for you so that we can earn anything ourselves. We're trying to get this so that, when another pandemic strikes, you're able to take care of yourself. So that when you retire, we don't have to do a GoFundMe or any of that type of stuff to try to live, that you don't have to be a Walmart greeter. Nothing wrong with that. But man, when you're 80 years old, who want to be a Walmart greeter? I mean, who want to stand on their feet all day doing that type of stuff? You should be doing some other things. So we have classes that literally teach you how to increase your assets, how to remove your debt, how to do all of these things. And when you remove that debt, you can put more into your future. You can put more into your children's future. And it's all about building generational wealth. So thank you, Tanisha. I appreciate you having that on for us. Did anybody have anything else to say? It's 6:59, almost 7 before we move into the next portion. Anybody have any other comments on this trust in the banking system?
Trevor's the bank man.
Bullshit.
What you say? You said we had some other stuff to say?
I was saying the bank is bullshit, but I'm just being 100% real. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Straight
Yes,
up.
ma'am. Listen, you just said what my father, and as a matter of fact, exactly the way my father says it. My father can't stand anything dealing with the banks. He just, he's got a good relationship with his banker. My father, has done quite well for himself, but he absolutely hates the banks. So, there we go.
Now, why is that? Why is that, Isaac?
My father has always believed banks were crooks. He knows that, that you're not getting the most, that it's a one-sided relationship. He's always believed it's a one-sided relationship. He knows that when he gives his money to the bank, they're loaning it out. And whenever they give it to him, he doesn't get the same rate of return. And so, my father is, he's got financial advisors, and, whenever he decides to retire, my father will be very well set. But at the same time, he's always known that it's a one-sided relationship with the banks, and that it's a rigged system. But the thing about it, though, this is why I'm so excited about us being like Trevor. I know a lot about the banks, but Trevor's the only one on here that owned the bank. So he just told us. I went and looked it up while Trevor was talking. I found the line. I looked up the line. It's not a line. It's freaking words. I went and looked it up. I was like, holy crap! I was like, I got to see this for myself. I looked it up. But all of these nuggets that we are being taught on here, whether it comes from me, Trevor, Patrick, Marcus, these are things that we just did not know in the community. And hell, I'm in the financial services industry, and I learn something every time I get on here. You know what I'm saying? So it's always, so if all of us are learning something, all of us are on here learning something, and we're in the financial services industry, what is this doing for people that are not in the financial services industry? We've got to make this common knowledge. We can't just let people not to mention his name, but 45 said in the debate, Joe Biden, you made these rules, I just follow them. You made the rules so that I could pay as a billionaire, I could pay $750 in taxes. Mm-hmm. You made that rule. So if these are the rules, why don't we follow?
I have a saying, it says if you're 40 years old, 45 years old, and you're not financially free, it doesn't mean you're living in the wrong country, or you're living in the wrong era, or you're doing the wrong thing. It simply means this: you're working the wrong plan. All right. And the plan most people are working are the plans that their parents gave them. All right. Now, trust and believe. I did not get to where I'm at without mistakes. I've been broke. Had a little money, broke again. Okay. I've been there. I've had my share of foreclosures. I had my share of repos. I had my share of no money in the bank. I've been there. I know what it's like to not have. And so I ain't come from a place where, okay, I've never had bad things happen to me, because they do. All right. And that's probably the best teacher. All right.
Yeah. Yes.
And what I've learned is everyone is following a plan. And ask yourself, all right, the person that's giving you this plan, all right, where are they in life right now? And how long did they get there? How long did it take them to get there?
Right.
Okay. All right. I'm 46 years old. Okay. Trying to teach people how to do things that will bypass so many years of experience, let's say. Okay. All right. Because again, what is experience? Right? It's very, very simple. Experience is what you receive after you needed it. Let that sink in. Okay. Experience is what you receive after you what? Needed it. All right.
Youth is wasted on the young, brother.
Right. And can you learn from my experience? Can you learn from my experience?
Right.
Of course you can, okay? So a lot of
Exactly.
what I teach is not because I know it from a book, it's from experience.
Right.
You know, I got hit, I got some experience on me as well. So the plan that you're working, if it came from your parents or your grandfather, if you're people are asking people that live in their neighborhood how to get out their neighborhood. What the hell?
Right.
Okay. If the person knew the answer, guess what? They
They'd
would
be
be
out
in
the
their neighborhood. All right.
Indeed.
But how many of your advisors, all right, have a job? How many of your advisors are struggling? How many of your advisors, okay, are living the same lifestyle you are? All right. And that's your people you want to take advice from? Don't you like them? No, I ain't gonna like you, bro. I mean, I can like you, but I ain't gonna take advice from you. Okay, especially if you ain't no better off than I am.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You know, when we had our conversation on this education is important, man. Remember we had our conversation a couple of weeks ago on the lottery. I couldn't find that stat. But just because somebody gets $1 million or 5 million, even 30, 40, 50 million dollars, most people that receive that type of money are completely broke in 5 years. They have to go back to work after winning the lottery.
Because people
in
don't
5
know.
years.
Yeah, and people don't know this because they don't tell them this shit. Okay.
Right.
If you win $10 million, right? They tax you for 3, walk away with 7 or 8. Okay. And you pay your taxes, right? Yes, for that year on that income. Okay. The next year, guess what you're gonna owe again? Taxes on what? On the remaining 7 million. All right. And the following year, get what you're gonna owe again? Taxes. So it's not the spending that eats the money up. What do you think it is?
But for some it is. For some it is.
True.
For some it is.
That's definitely a help.
It's the taxes, okay? People
Taxes,
actually
yeah.
believe that, okay, once I pay it, it's one time, I ain't taxed no more. Bullshit. Yes, you are. You're gonna be taxed every year unless you put it where? In the IUL.
Exactly.
Put it in
Or
the IUL.
another tax advantage strategy.
Yep.
Exactly. Not
That's-
deferred, but tax advantage one.
Yep. Tax
Right.
advantage.
All right, guys. Well, let's move on to the next subject. So the next subject.
I'm trying to be all serious. I get on the next subject.
I gotta. Hey, look, man. Y'all gotta be the Joker. I gotta be Batman. Y'all gotta be the Joker. I gotta be Batman.
Oh
Go
man.
ahead, Isaac.
Oh man, look. If I don't reel it in, brother, who gonna do it, bro?
I wouldn't.
I know you ain't, man. You are
going
frustrated. You are a frustrated Baptist preacher up in here, man. You just need you a pulpit.
Pentecostal up in this.
Pentecostal.
That's
That's
right.
all that is, brother.
Red
All right.
shred.
So the next topic, is near and dear to my heart. As a matter of fact, it's near and dear to our producer's heart, Miss Tanisha Steiger.
Ooh, producer. That sounds good.
It
Right.
does sound good.
That sounds
It
good.
does
Yeah,
it's near and dear to her heart as well, but it's about protecting the Black man. And there are numerous, man. It's a billion topics that we can cover about protecting the Black man. But one way I wanted to talk about clearly for me is unity. One very small thing that just happened here recently was the election, in particular in Georgia, not just across the nation with President Biden, but Georgia. I mean, once Georgia went red, I never thought it would go blue again. But Stacey Abrams went out. She talked to people. She got people to understand that what the importance of the vote was, and it turned Georgia blue.
Y'all cripping again?
So what?
Y'all cripping again?
Yep. We cripping again.
that lady went to war, man.
She went to straight war, brother. She went. Look,
She
she
was
got
out there for
denied. She got denied her. I mean, her opponent was in charge of the voting process. He threw 40,000 people off the rolls, most of which had, according to him, funny sounding names, i.e. Black sounding names. And she still almost beat him for the governorship. So she was like, since he changed the rules, I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna operate within the rules. But that's politics.
Yeah.
So how can you protect the Black man through financial education or just through finances? Let's take a look at just some things in history. Let's not look at the negative part of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's look at the positive part of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. These people were so rich in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that they were putting their Caucasian neighbors to shame. There is a known doctor that would fly his wife, and at that time, I think they had them little small planes, but his wife they would go to New York or whatever, and then catch a boat, a steamship line to Europe. They would shop in Paris and then bring that money back, bring that them clothes back and sell it to people there in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Nice.
That's what they were doing. That's unheard of in the 1920s or what have you.
That's what's up.
I mean, they were doing that. You got piano teachers that were teaching, to have a baby grand back then in 1920. What Black people had that type of money back then, other than in Tulsa and Black Wall Street? What they did, man, they had their own. They were a self-contained unit. As a matter of fact, I said I was going to try to find it. I didn't have time. There is a book on people here in Atlanta, Georgia, that thrived during segregation. Basically, they were like, all right, so we can't go to this white man's restaurant. We can't go to this white man's hotel. We can't do any of these other things. So we're going to do all of this stuff for ourselves. And they got to be, I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically that whole Cascade area of Atlanta used to be some of the wealthiest Black people in the world, because they just embraced, they were like, all right, so forget this. I'm not going to be trying to worry about trying to get into all of these other places. I'm going to create something on my own. So through things like the Green Book, and for those who don't know what the Green Book is, back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, it wasn't always safe to travel in the United States if you were Black. So you had to know the times to travel and where to travel, where to go once you got there. It was basically a map of where you needed to go. So you had the Green Book telling you, this is where I need to go when I get to Atlanta, Georgia. This is where I need to go when I get to Birmingham. This is where I need to go when I get to Houston. And when you get to those places, there were safe, self-contained units there. Once integration happened, we got rid of all of that. And all I'm simply saying is that we need to become a self-contained unit again within our community. All I'm saying is,
how can we do that?
So not just so, there are other platforms like this, obviously, support those platforms. There are other, we can't take care of every financial client in the United States. Go out and purposely look for Black financial advisors that will take care of you. Make sure that you take care of your family. I live 40 miles from downtown Atlanta. I go to a Black dry cleaners there. I drive past a whole bunch of Kims and Sues and Mings or what have you to get to this one Black dry cleaner downtown. I try to support as much Black business as I can. And once you have that type of discipline where you exhaust all the avenues first of looking for Black businesses, then you go outside of your race and start doing that. But right now, Trevor just dropped some bombs earlier about how to reduce your mortgage. Seek Trevor out. If you got a mortgage right now, don't go to somebody. I'm gonna tell you a story. Trevor, I used to do this. You don't know this, but I know exactly what you used to do. When that service or when that idea first came out in the early 1990s, I signed up with a company to do it. And I went to all my friends first that had mortgages. And I went to this guy that was a manager with me at Radio Shack that I trusted him. And he didn't believe me. So I told him, I said, all right, well, look, this is what it is. I want you to research this and then come back to me. So he said, all right, come back to me in a week. I came back to him in a week. I knew after he did his research that he would let me help him, save his mortgage and reduce his mortgage. And when he came to me, he's like, Isaac, man, you're a godsend. Everything you said is true. I said, all right, man, well, let's get the paperwork started. He said, no, what I did was I did it through my bank. When I brought that to them, they said, yes, that's true. What we'll do is we'll put you on that program and charge you $4,000 to do it.
Dude. let me
It
tell
hurt
you
my
something.
feelings, brother.
I have
It
a
hurt my feelings.
I have a client that I just signed this week for mentoring. Okay. And I ain't one of them people that's ashamed of what I do. Okay.
Right.
I was last week I had a toothache. Okay. And I was at the dentist and this call came through and I didn't know, because understand this, my phone is always blown up. People want to pick my brain about whatever. Okay. So if I don't know you, I don't answer my phone. Okay. Pretty much. Okay. So I knew the guy, but I wasn't in that. I was hurting. I was in pain. So I disregarded the call. And for 2 days. Okay. The second day, I finally called him back to say, what do you want? All right. The guy goes, I've been looking for you for almost a year now, and I'm so happy I found you. I'm calling because I want you to mentor me. And I was in so much pain. I didn't want to deal with the back and forth. I said, okay, great. If you're looking for me, here's my charge. Okay, 30 grand. All right, boom, up front. He goes, cool, I'll do that. All right. So charge them 30 grand. Okay. Now I love to always make sure that if I'm gonna charge someone that much money to mentor them, okay, they want to get value. All right.
Right.
And the first what do you think the first thing I taught him was, Isaac?
I don't know what you, man. You got so many nuggets, bro. I don't know which nugget to start with.
Right.
The mortgage thing.
Okay, the mortgage. All right.
Okay, because he has 4 houses.
Ah, okay.
Okay. I said, dude, okay, I tell you what. He didn't even bark at what I charged him. All right. I said, I want a third of it up front and the rest in a month. Are you good? I'm good. Great. Okay. I said our first call will be Tuesday or Monday, yesterday. All right. So that for the hour, I taught that man how to get back every dime and interest that he gonna pay to the bank on his mortgage on all 4 of his houses. Okay. So much so, brought me 2 more clients. Okay. That want to pay the money to be mentored by me. All right. Because they got it. All right. And he said, Trevor, this right here, you talking about the mortgage, that is worth more than probably anything I bought in the last 10 years, because it's something that I know I could do immediately. Right. I can charge 50 grand to tell you what to do in an hour. And I guarantee you, okay, you will say that 50 grand is cheap compared to what I'm gonna save this year, next year, and beyond that. Okay. If you have a mortgage, hit me up. I'm telling you, because the banks got y'all bent over. Y'all so raw from the pain, you don't even feel it no more. You don't even feel it no more. The banks got y'all like this. Right? Right? Just like that. Okay. If you have a mortgage, okay, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Does anyone know what that complex is where a person is I forgot what it's called. I won't get into it. But all I want to say is
You talking about the Stockholm syndrome where you
that one. Yes, Isaac. Yes.
It's ridiculous that I'm
Yes.
starting to vibe with you like this, and I know
Right.
what you're
Yes,
trying to say.
Isaac. That one.
Oh, oh.
The bank, here's what the bank say. This feel good, huh? Yeah, it feel good. Hey, some guy in Trevor come see you. Don't talk to him, okay? He's a bad guy. Okay. That's what y'all do. I'm telling you, if you got a mortgage, all right, holler at me. Because I'm exposed to you what they are doing to you every single day of your life. All right. Some of y'all ain't got the balls to find out. And that's why y'all keep paying that damn money. Okay. By law, I'm gonna say it on Facebook. By law, I'm gonna say it right now. By law, you are not obligated at all to pay the bank any interest. By law. Fight that shit. Okay. If I'm telling you that by law, you don't have to pay interest, Why ain't you calling me?
So Trevor, your market really should be Muslims, because Muslims, as Muslims, we don't believe in usury or interest. So there has to be, like, literally, you could go to Muslim
My man
homeowners
David,
right
hold on,
now.
hold on, Isaac, hold on, Isaac. Hey, David, unmute your phone, David, and tell everybody what I taught y'all in Chicago. If you're on the call.
Man, he's 100 right now. He's 100. He's 100.
I taught you
He
that
got,
stuff like 4 or 5 years ago, didn't I?
yeah, he got a system, y'all. He's 100.
It works. It works. It cannot work. It's law. Okay, it cannot work. It works. Okay, and people are overpaying. I tell you, every loan the bank gives you, okay, you are overpaying by 65% on every loan. Whether it's for a home, whether it's for a car, whether it's for a student loan. If the bank gives you the loan, the bank already bills in 65% overpayment in interest. I can get rid of that for you. Hit me up. Thanks, David.
We must
Fantastic.
protect Trevor.
Now, what are some other ways, gentlemen, that since we're talking about the protection of the black man, and obviously we were just talking about protecting that money, what are some of the other ways that we have on here, man, as far as, I don't want to just to be, I mean, I obviously started off, but
Yeah.
obviously, man, there are other ways on here, and not just us as the hosts. I mean, you know, all of us on here have seen some things as black men. So
Right.
what are some of the other ways that we can have some protection for ourselves, not just financially, but socially as well?
Elaborate a little bit, Isaac, on what.
Well, and so for me, I believe, so the unity part of it, I believe, when we as black men unify and we take care, so to run this world, you gotta have this finance. So when we can have our own police officers policing our own neighborhoods, when we can make sure that, you know, the majority of all crime is out of need. Very few is just because people are just rotten apples. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Most people commit crime just straight out of survival.
Yeah.
So if we can employ our own people and make it so that we can all feel, you know, needed and wanted and, you know, contributing to whatever, and we get rid of classism, because that's where the number one part is. When we start unifying and not that mindset, our whole community becomes protected. You got less people going out. You got women, you know, you got a man that's more men being financially secure. So let me tell you this. In the Quran, it was said that, you know, during wartime, a man could take up to 4 wives because the men had been decimated. One is best, but after war, you know, and you don't want women going out here doing whatever. I humbly submit this to the panel of brothers right here. I already believe the black community is doing that already. I already believe that, simply because eligible black men have women come after them all the time. And you've got women that won't leave their husbands because they'll go, well, where else am I going to get a man that makes 6 figures or high 6 figures?
And
I'm gonna tolerate this. Let him have his fun. I'm gonna tolerate this. And it's girls out here, man, that literally seek out married men. I can tell you some horror stories of listen, and I ain't rich. Right. So if I'm not super balling out of control and I've had women do crazy stuff towards me, what's going on? We already live in that type of environment right now. So if I can get my brother to make more money so that this sister over here will give him a look, and make this other brother over here make more money, so this sister will give him a look. Because these sisters, like, literally, like, man, I don't want anybody broke. Yeah. I don't. And they don't, you know, a woman can struggle by themselves. And I know that's a whole nother conversation, and I understand it from our side. Trust me, I do. But just looking at it from this standpoint, if I got more brothers making more money, then that's less stress.
That's some gems, Isaac. That's some gems, bro. That's like
That's less stress.
That's like outside the box thinking, man. But so yes, if we can build up each other pockets, you know, okay, nothing makes a man more confident than being able to hold his own financially.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
Because I impressed again, experience, right? When you can support yourself financially, okay, and you right, okay, you tend to do things a little bit differently, more confidently.
Right.
Okay, and you are a little bit more discerned in what you do, okay, and how you do it, okay. But when you're struggling and you trying to get by, that's when the come up look real good. Okay, right? Because you hurt and you tired of that stuff. But yes, to empower our people is to empower their intelligence, empower their mind, because the powers that be, whoever that power is, okay, whoever the power is, the powers that be, they thrive on a person's ignorance, okay, and that's how it's insulted, okay, and that's why I tend to learn so much about dates and times stuff, because if I'm gonna be told something by someone, I want to make sure that I know, you know, a little bit about it, okay,
The root of it.
the root of it, so that I'm not insulted in my intelligence, because that's where it all begins. Because the more a person gets to this up here, the more they control this right here.
Right.
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 Okay. So empower each other by sharing this show, sharing this platform. Say, hey, I don't know what they're saying, but it sounds good. Hop on and listen to them. All right. You know, and try your best to not just take everything for face value. Okay. Find out why something is before you do it. Okay. And that's why when I mentor, when I coach, when I teach, even when I write a policy for IUL, I explain the difference between a hold and a term and an IUL, okay? And I make sure they understand why they're doing the IUL. Not just because I say so, not just because the numbers say so. No, here's why. Because you want people to be empowered within themselves.
Right. You know, our whole system, Trevor, is, hey, before we even sign you up for anything, we're going to educate you first. That's the whole first meeting. All right, look, you want to find out about this? Fine. Okay, here we go. The first meeting is education. I'm going to educate you, and then I'm going to come back and follow up with you in 2 or 3 days, because you have to understand why this is beneficial. Most financial advisors is like, yo, this is what you need. Bam, go and sign right here on the dotted line.
Right.
This is what we need, you know. And like I said, you know, from that standpoint, you know, if you look at this group of brothers here, the only single brother right now is Patrick. I guarantee you, at this moment,
He's
Patrick,
quiet, lady. He's quiet.
Patrick, he's the quiet one. He's the quiet, shy one of the group. Which one was the shy one on the Jacksons? Outside of Michael, was it Randy? I can't remember.
I think
definitely Michael.
No, I'm saying outside of Michael. I know it's another one.
Marlon.
Marlon, that's it, Marlon. So Patrick though is the single brother. So right now he's got his pick of ladies that want to deal with him, because he's single and he's on that track. The moment he becomes married, the ones with morals will drop off. And then that's when the devious ones will come after. And trust me, brother, them girls are devious, brother. Trust and believe.
Yeah, hey, the only thing that is different is the garment, male or female.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
The brains is the same. All right. Brains is the same. It's just that one's on one side and one's on the other side, you know. And so I'll be seeing Patrick. Patrick be laying in the cut, just watching.
He's smooth. He's smooth.
Yeah, he's smooth with it. Yeah, lady. He a little cutty too, lady. Don't little black that can fool you. high cheekbones and shit. Look at him.
So before I get in trouble on this thing, because my lady, I am not single, ladies. I am not single at all.
I'm gonna say not married, not
What's that
married. I
correction?
apologize.
I'm not married, but to comment also on what you were saying, Isaac. A thing that I think as a community we have to do is first humble ourselves and not feel embarrassed that we don't know.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
We have a problem with being so prideful that if we don't have the information or we don't know what's going on or we're not at a certain level at a certain place or a certain time, we get down on ourselves and we go into this shell type thing. But
that's right.
We have to start somewhere. And
come on now.
Yeah.
If we don't start now, you're going to be in the same place. And I tell people all the time, and I tell my clients all the time, or my team members that may be on my team and working with me, and I say, hey, we can continue to work. You do it when you want to, and you go as fast as you want to. But I guarantee you, if you take a break for 5 months or 2 months or 1 month, the next time you see me, I'm going to be light years ahead of where you left me at.
Come on.
So at the end of the day, whatever you want to do is up to you. And I really want you to come with me. But like they say, you can't bring them all.
You can't.
But all we can do is continue to get better. And the people that's going to come.
Yeah.
And whoever wants to learn, going to learn. And we're going to get great together. We got to be not scared to be great.
That's
we
right.
We can't be scared to open this book and actually read and say, hey, and talk to people, because where are you going to find this at? We ain't going to get judged here. You got us on this panel. And this
I won't judge you. I won't judge you.
Yeah, I've been like Trevor said, I've been broke too. So that ain't, it ain't no.
And if anybody can relate with you, it's going to be somebody like ourselves. We've been in the places that you've been. It's no, wherever, how high, wherever, how low they're at, they've been in the same situation that you've been in, that you can pick their brains on. And that's why I stay quiet, because the quiet one learns more. I can't speak if I don't know. And if I want to learn, I got to shut up so that I can soak this in. So when Trevor get to speaking, it's a lot of this stuff that I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll be sitting there soaking it in, and I'll be like, hey, I give Trevor a call, like, hey, what you said last week, why? I need to know some of this. Because at the end of the day, I know where I'm going to go.
Right.
I stay prayed up. I know where I'm going to be. And I know that in 2 years from now, my background won't be Miami. My background gonna be California. It ain't gonna be this. COVID or not, you gonna see me in something. And then not only am I gonna show you, you gonna see where I came from.
Right.
You gonna see where I came from humble beginnings to great innings.
That's good teaching there, brother. That's
Yes,
good teaching.
Oh, and we gotta remain humble, because we definitely coming from humble beginnings. Where we gonna be? I could understand how people kind of get off track, but you gotta stay humble, because it can easily be stripped back and you could be back to where you started. So
now why come I got a message that says Marcus got pretty eyes? That true?
Oh
yeah,
Lord, have mercy.
That true, Marcus got pretty eyes? Marcus Hunt got pretty eyes.
Marcus used to have the girls all in his face.
Marcus, you got pretty eyes, bro.
Look,
Somebody that like you.
Man, listen, Trevor. Yes, I do have pretty eyes.
Oh, Marcus, see, look at that.
Facts.
Marcus, you got pretty eyes, bro.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
I can give y'all a perfect example.
But hey, yeah, that's I've been getting that all my life, man. And as an adult, oh, it's crazy.
I'm gonna get some damn contact then, bro. What color paint your thing? Yeah, some contact up this thing. You know what I'm saying?
No context.
Oh man.
Look, and I always tell everybody, look, my mom had 9 of us, 5 boys, 4 girls. Me and my sister that came right after me. We the only ones with these eyes. So I got lucky.
Wow. What color your eyes? Hazel.
Yeah, when I was younger though, they used to be, well, my mom said when I was first born,
X-Man.
they were gray. My eyes were like completely gray. And
Wow.
you know, as I grew up, I would notice like my eyes would be more like winter. I don't want to mix up the seasons, but I know it's gonna be either or. But winter they used to be like more to the green, and during the summer, spring and summer, they'd be more like to the brownish.
You're an X-Man.
He not lying.
If your
No,
eyes change,
it's cool. It's cool. It's cool
your
though.
eyes
Hey,
change by the
I'm
season.
using
Yeah, no, it's
contacts.
cool. Yeah, that was
I want
cool.
some green eyes, dog. I want green eyes.
Yeah.
Real talk. I want some green eyes. I think I look fire with green eyes.
Hey, well, look, guys. Hey, I want to
Yeah.
another point of excitement. Next Tuesday, everybody, we are doing a collabo
Yeah.
with Mommies and Money.
Ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding,
for
ding,
sure.
ding, 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 ding,
I
It's
ding.
can't wait
gonna
for
be a
that. I cannot wait
collab.
for that. I cannot wait for that.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
that's gonna be fun.
crazy.
That's gonna be fun.
I don't even. I'm anxious and excited for it. We've been talking about it, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how we're gonna close out Black History Month, doing a
sure.
collabo with the ladies. So I'm certainly excited about
And we
that.
got some big things coming for us too, guys. Y'all better stay tuned. Y'all better
Stay tuned.
All I'm gonna say is this: this is the closest you're gonna get to me, Isaac, and Patrick for a little while. But after a while, yeah, you can't get to us no more. You better take
Right.
advantage of it now.
They
Right.
gonna get us. They can get us.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Facts.
That's all I'm gonna
For
say.
sure.
That's all I'm gonna say.
For sure. Because
Pretty soon
when we
his
get
cell
too
phone-
far,
pretty soon his cell phone gonna be off limits to a lot of people. That's all I'm gonna say.
no, real. That's really
That's all I'm gonna say.
that's like real. That's real talk for real.
That's all. Look at Pat. Pat, he like, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Look at it. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Yeah, I
Feel
just
like Birdman. They feel like Birdman.
Yeah.
yeah, buddy.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Big things coming, guys. Big things coming. Yes. All right, guys. Anything final before we sign off?
Man, just looking forward to next week, fellas.
Definitely.
Can't wait. I'm fired up about doing this with Mommies and Money.
For sure.
I know, as a matter of fact, if you haven't had a chance to go and hear last Thursday's Mommies and Money, go check it out on Facebook Live. They were getting live in there, and I was like, I'm wishing I could go back in time because I was like, oh man, how did I miss that show? I need to go back in time and refute some of these things that's going on there. So.
But how am I gonna get them texts about your eyes, Marcus? Come on now, bro. For real? Man, I'm getting
My bad.
It's been like that since high school, Trey.
Hey,
Yeah.
Trevor, my
It's
bad,
been like
man.
that since high school. They be
My
all
bad,
in his
man.
face.
My bad.
They be all in his face.
Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah,
All right, I
I'll
guess-
let y'all know. I just wanted to say this before we close out. Like, really believe in progression. I mean, for a perfect example, when I first introduced Marcus to this organization, this is my friend since 10th grade. And now I'm looking at a financial professional in a suede suit, looking sharp.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you know, like it pushed me back and made me sit back in my seat and say, hey, decisions that you make is changing people's lives. And decisions that you do is you don't know who's depending on you to make that one step to say, hey, let me do something. So walk in faith, guys. Walk in faith.
Mhm.
That's right.
All right.
Real quick on the chat, guys, for everybody that registered and that's not on Facebook Live, if you'd like to learn more or have a professional financial solution with one of us, please fill out that form. It's on the chat, and we're also going to put that same one on the YouTube page as well as, and I think we're going to add it later to the Facebook Live. But right now, if you're on the meeting, the form is on there. So if you'd like to get learn more about the program and what we're doing, click on that right now. It'll be on our YouTube page and later on this Facebook Live.
All right, Tanisha, take us out, girl. We done ski.
Ski.